Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead, where today we're going to be making a whole chicken in the Instapot. Now I'm going to go ahead and I've already put in my Instapot 2 tablespoons of oil. Now you could use vegetable oil, but I'm using olive oil. So I've put that in my pan. And I'm going to go ahead, I got my chicken right here. My chicken is about 5 pounds. Well, I know it goes about 6 minutes per pound, so this will go at least 30 minutes. I might bake it or cook it like another minute or 2 just to make sure. But I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the package and wash the chicken in the sink. And then I'm going to pat it dry and then put it on a plate, and then we're going to season it. All right, I'm back. I have taken my chicken. Here it is here. Put it on a plate. I have washed it and rinsed it off in the sink. Now in the cavity itself there was some blood, so that's why I rinse it down with water and then dump it out and then take a paper towel and pat it all over to dry it. Don't forget after you do that in your sink to go ahead and spray your sink down with some kind of disinfectant and around the whole sink. And of course wash your hands so that way everything, is all clean. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in, I have got some garlic cut up. I usually put garlic in the cavity of my chicken. You can put in onion if you would like. That would be okay. But I'm going to go ahead and put garlic in mine. So I usually just do about 1 clove of garlic. And then I'm going to go ahead and coat my chicken with, I like oregano. Now this is, you could use something else if you want to put garlic on top. Some people do poultry seasoning. It's whatever you would like to do. And so then I'm going to go ahead and pick up my chicken and I'm going to turn it over like that, and we're going to put it on saute for 5 minutes. And we're going to saute one side, and then I'm going to flip it back over, and we're going to saute the other side. So I'll get ready to put on the lid here. Let me just go ahead and put some oregano on the back side too as well. Here we go. We'll put this lid on. Make sure your vent thing is towards the back so it's closed, and saute for 5 minutes. And then, like I said, when it's done, then we'll take the lid off and we'll flip it over, and we're browning our chicken on both sides. The chicken has browned, as you can see, just a little bit there. Some of it has stuck to the bottom. I don't know how many of you have an Instapot that cook a chicken in it where it is so hard to flip it over. I mean, I'm using like a spatula here and a spoon on my plate trying to flip it over, which I did at least get it flipped over. So now we go ahead and put the lid back on, and now we're going to saute the back side for 5 minutes. The sauteing is all done, but look, it is built up pressure, so I'm going to have to release the pressure before I can lift the lid. And I'm just going to do it lightly. I mean, you can do it. Again, that red button has got to go all the way down, meaning that the pressure has been released before I can open the lid. There we go. Now I know it's very hot because my Instapot said hot in it, but at least it's browned pretty well. So before I actually have to put this is what the chicken's supposed to sit on in the Instapot. I'm going to put in a cup of water. Now you can put in a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and put that in now. So at least I'm not going to have all that stuff splattering up when I'm trying to go ahead and lift it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on that rack, and then I'll show you what to do next. I'd let you watch me, but it really honestly takes almost like me performing an acrobatic feat just to get this rack in here under the chicken. If you like what you're seeing today, please hit the subscribe button down below. So I'll work on getting it on the rack, and then I'll show you what we do next. I got the rack in, you can see. Actually, it was easier for me. I took like a paper towel and lifted in here in the front, pulled this up where it was standing straight up, and then slipped the rack underneath. Seems like I have the hardest time, and I always feel like I'm in the circus doing it. It drives me up the wall, but I don't know how many people it drives up the wall. You're welcome to put it down in the comments. Maybe you've got something different that makes it easier to get that rack under your chicken in there. So again, we have a cup of water in there, and I've got the chicken browned on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on, and we're going to make sure the vent is closed. And I'm going to go ahead and do the chicken about 33 minutes. So I would do it 32, but I've had it sometimes where I've guessed and it's not quite done. So I think 33 would be good. And then it would be done. So we'll do this. It will take about maybe 10-15 minutes to build up pressure. And then it will go for 33 minutes, and then the chicken will be done. The chicken is all done now, and it ended up going about 32 minutes, and it's totally done. You could just serve it like this with green beans, mashed potatoes, or you can cut it up and we can make chicken fettuccine or chicken and biscuits and stuff like that. But this is pretty much probably the fastest way to cook a chicken. If we did it in the crock pot, it would take a couple of hours, and the oven as well. Thank you for watching. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.